Well, what the fuck? Alright, we'll go all the way back around. All the way back to the beginning of this floor, not of the stage. Thank God. That would be frustrating. This is not so bad. Sin skin. As you can see, the mages become really useful for areas like this really fast. Is that ranged attack? Come on, open the door. There we go. Y'all gonna actually get in there and fight these motherfuckers? Here. There. Now you've all magically spawned in the room out of sight. Go kill the big giant murder spiders. This is ridiculous. You died. Got any light healing potions here? No? Okay, fine. I'll take minor for now. Come on. Where's this damn exit? There it is. Cool. Catacombs level 3. We go through another floor of this shit. Grab the gold. Oh. It's a bunch of motherfuckers. Spirit Skull the Mad. Undead Lightning Enchanted. I swear to God, lightning is the bane of my existence in this game. Y'all will see what I mean at the beginning of Act 2. Which we will absolutely be getting to here today. Ooh, some scale mail. That's cool. Mana potion. This game is still so, I don't know what it is about this game to me, but it's still like a trillion times more satisfying than its sequel. Like, its sequel is really good, but I just had I feel like you hit endgame way too easily, and the main game is way too scripted. So it gets boring. I will fall asleep playing that game. And not die, by the way. If that says anything about the difficulty. And you know, I'm playing on like master level stuff, or master level difficulties in the sequels. The only thing that really makes that interesting after a while is playing hardcore, because if you die, that's it. Hey, we made it. Alright, so there's a boss fight here. There's some whores in this house. Some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. So this is not the boss room, not yet. But we definitely want to clear... Ooh, something got me down to half health. We definitely want to clear this out before we deal with any bosses, as you can probably tell. Ooh, we got runes, dog. We got runes. All right, here we go. Oh. The act boss. Cross your fingers, chat. We should be fine. Though Andy is, Andy is a bit tough. There she is. Just a big titty woman with... It's just what's-her-face from StarCraft, man. Hey, we got her. Had a little trouble there, but that went well enough. Our friend died. What's her face?
Back to the hell that spawned you, Andariel.
Falchion, Eldaron, longbow, a bunch of gems, crude gnarled staff.
Carry anymore.
Well, I want to bring that with because that's actually really good. To sell, specifically. It was a good fight. Should have been paying a little more attention to the my minion count there, but overall not bad. The amplified damage spell definitely did a good amount of work there. The fact that it essentially doubles the damage they take is really good. Alright. So Kane's going to want to talk to us, but let's talk to all of our friends here at the camp. You know, all those people we've been talking to the whole time. Probably should have been talking to everybody
Finally,
for
we may rejoice.
flavor text, flavor dialogue.
We can never repay. I only hope that in time we will be able to rebuild our order. All our thanks go with you, my friend.
Okay. So, people are relatively happy.
Greetings. And Dariel's death brings about renewed life for us all. We mourn the loss of our dear sisters, but at least now we can get on with our lives. I may have misjudged you, Outlander. You are a true hero, and testament to the noble spirit which has inspired our order for generations.
Whoop, whoop.
Farewell, my friend.
What do you have to say, Charcy?
Good day. You'll probably go east now. It was good to know you. I hope you'll come back if you ever need anything.
Probably not. What about you, bitch?
What you need?
We barely talked with this guy.
I'm gonna party like it's $9.99.
Whoa. 2001 joke. Alright, let's talk to Kane. Because I also want this bitch to
This
identify
is a
my
great
items.
victory indeed, but many more battles await. I will accompany you on your journey, lending what assistance I can. Remember, Diablo is still out there, seeking something in the desert. I'm afraid that this nightmare will not end. until you find what it is that he seeks.
Okay. Now do your job. There you go.
Good day.
You, resurrect woman. Woman, take bow. 9 to 22,
Put that to
up
good
to
use.
11 to 30. That's not bad. Got stuff to stash. Most importantly, that rune, but we got these damn things too. Oh, we got a full-on amethyst here. That's like 2 levels higher than these chipped ones that we have here. Which is cool. Let's go back over here to a car and sell. There's a falchion we got. Not really useful for us here, but get that gnarled staff. Oh yeah, I had another one over there. And we will start getting considerably better items once we hit this next area here. Forgot I've got 2 separate runes here. So I've got 2 Ral runes, an Eld rune, an El rune, and an Eth rune.
The caravan is prepared. We may now journey eastward to loot Golain.
Okay. Alright, let's see. Now the question is, will the cinematics play? Because I couldn't figure out a way to get the starting cinematic of the fucking game to play. Nope, sure as shit doesn't.
Greetings.
What the fuck?
Greetings, honored traveler.
Blizzard did
I am
something.
Jaren, Lord of
There's
the
no
Void,
other
and I
explanation
bid
for
you
this shit.
welcome to my fair port city. I'm glad to know that once again, caravans are free to travel through the Western Pass. For some time now, we have been under siege by an evil power that I cannot identify. Strange, it all began when a young wanderer came this way, looking for the tomb of Tal Rasha. No one knows exactly where Tal Rasha, keeper of Baal, is entombed, but it is certain to be far out in the desert. Now my people whisper tales of the dead rising from their tombs, and horrible creatures lurking amongst the moonlit dunes. Even I have witnessed things which I cannot explain. I've ordered the port closed and all trade ships moored until I am sure that my city is safe. Atma, the tavern keeper, has an important mission for you. Go see her immediately. You'll find her on the other side of town.
Damn, that was
Now I
fast.
must return to the palace. I apologize, but I can't invite you in. Things are rather a mess right now.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what's going on. Okay. Let's check at the actual main menu to see if there isn't a way to play cinematics. It just straight up will not play. Well, that's incredibly frustrating. Okay. So let's get back into it then. What a ripoff. Okay, so exiting and re-entering the game was a bad idea because I now don't have any summons. So let's actually go back over here to the plains and rectify that by punching a couple super low level motherfuckers. And then, instead of going directly into the first mission, which is entirely optional, there we go. Okay. There's monsters, you say? No, I'm the monster now. Look at my Zambonis. Alright. Back to Luke Lane. Here we go. And I want to exit out into the desert. This is where you get some fucking levels. This is also where you learn that you need elemental resistances. Y'all see what I mean by that pretty damn quick here. Because there are these beetles with a lightning thorn buff that shoot out this lightning field whenever they get hit. And oh my fucking god, those things hurt. And it's 150% the game telling you, there's the motherfuckers. It's the game telling you to get your elemental resistances up. And that's doubly important for us because our skeletons are not nearly as strong as we are, which makes it difficult to keep them alive. Wow, there's just a tomb right outside the front gate. Okay. Yeah, elemental resistance will mean the difference between getting out of Act 2 or not. I can tell you that right now. Uh-oh. I have put myself in a situation. I have gotten myself out of the situation. Most likely. I need... Actually, let me grab one of those healing potions that were back here. There we go. That was the way down to the next area, so I will explore elsewhere. Get the fuck... Hey, that guy. Welcome to stream. So much goddamn lightning. So the good news about dealing with resistances when it comes to your minions is that the main thing... How do I bring up the damn skill tree? T, there we go, okay. Dumping into skeleton mastery helps with that. Actually, no, it's not that one. It's... Where the fuck is it? Summon resist, this thing. You dump like 6 or 7 into that, which granted you have to be level 24, but once you get that, those things will tank, just tank an incredible amount of elemental damage. And that is, it's actually really important. So, eventually going to have to put a point into Golem Mastery here. Which is fine because we have golems out, so we'll need that eventually. And then summon resist. And then this area is where the loot table really gets starts to get good. Start getting some legitimately good items here at some point. Maybe not this stream, but we aren't exactly item dependent this build. Primary use for items for this build is to, 1, tank any potential damage that may come our way, but more importantly, it's all about getting those skills up. So let's dump into Golem Mastery and up our energy output. Motherfuckers be poisoning. That's not cool. We didn't ask for this. Hitting us with that stank butt. We don't want that stank butt. So this is... Ooh, this is a room. There's a mana potion. Let's get in there and grab it. Grab the armor shrine. And hey, a locked chest full of stuff. Ooh, good scratch. Scratchy ear. Yes, I'm a weirdo. Another light mana potion. Good. Alright, we want to get far away from those lightning. Yeah. That, if you stand in that, that can be death in under a second. Oh, hell. Yeah, if like 3 of those hit me, I'm almost dead. And it's like every single time one of those guys get hit. Creeping feature. Ooh, no thank you. Grab that light healing potion. There we go. That was a fast dungeon. I know there's more area to explore, but we got the chest, so you know. How you doing this morning, that guy? I woke up at fucking 2:30 and couldn't sleep, so I figured I'd do something constructive with my life. Play some video games. Finger scratchy. So far, this area has been pretty reasonable in terms of the enemies it's throwing at it. There are times where you'll walk out the front door of the city, and there'll be like 50 of these damn beetles just standing there waiting to destroy you. I thought you said a good shit at work. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm glad you had a nice shit at work. That's good to hear, my dude. The amplify damage is going to help us deal with these damn dung soldiers here. Because if they die in less hits, that's less lightning shooting all over the place. Is there anything more satisfying than a good shit at work? Like a good shit on company time where you know, I'm getting paid to take this shit. And yes, I know there are infinite things more satisfying than that, but work with me here. I'm actually going into the office today. I got a business trip for over the last half of the week, so I got to get a bunch of crap taken care of for that. Be working till like from like 8 to 7 tomorrow. Not really working hard, like I'll take it easy in the first half-ish of the day, but basically I gotta pick up a truck and then load a bunch of stuff in the truck. Big ass road trip on Wednesday. It's good times. Looking forward to it. No, it'll be alright. It'll be good times. Get out of the home office and go to the places where the actual work is done. Oh, come on. I need mana potion. No, I don't. Not at the moment. Let's check out that large charm. Charms are cool because as long as you keep them in your inventory, they provide buffs. But has to be a really, really good one to do. Yeah, that's true. If I were to equate what I do to a B-dub style environment, I would be a, well, I do IT management, but I'm a business intelligence analyst, so I would be a strategic analyst at corporate. So for me, it's like getting out of corporate and then going to one of the locations to do some cool shit there. A very atypical rocky waste for this area. You're working Super Bowl. Oh god. The type of people who would go to a B-dubs during the Super Bowl in the middle of a pandemic, I don't know if I would ever want to be associated with that type of person. When the fuck is the Super Bowl? When's that happening? I don't follow sports at all, so. Oh, the 7th. Oh shit, that's right. Well, I'll be back from my road trip by then. Yeah, as a function of your position, I could see why you would have to follow it, but oh man. I would do the exact opposite out of spite. I would be in there and they'd be like, what do you think of the Chargers? And I'd be like, sports is stupid. You're a fucking idiot for liking sports. Get a real hobby. Is sports your personality, bro? Hey, bro, is sports your personality? Eat your fucking wings and shut the fuck up. You bitch. That's fantastic. You gotta go all woke with it, man. When people are getting real hype on sports, you gotta just walk up to them. Well, if they start bugging you about sports, you gotta walk up to them and be like, sports is a placating practice that was put in place during the Industrial Revolution to placate the mindless masses by the corporate overlords who wanted their workers to work better. That's great. That's good. That makes things easier for you, I bet. Oh, I've done front of the house and back of the house. I'm actually a classically trained chef with a degree, but I haven't done that work in, God. When was the last time I did that? Shit, it's been almost 15 years. It's... I'm not gonna sit here and tell you not to go after that shit, but it's not as glamorous as you would expect it to be. And I can tell you that, you know, getting the degree in it or anything, like getting a degree in it is good, but the response that I had in almost every case was like, oh, you have a culinary degree from a prestigious culinary place? Oh, that's awesome. We'll start you as a line cook, $7.25 an hour. And it's like, come on. I will never disparage anybody for pursuing education, because there's always things to be learned, even if it isn't ultimately what you want to learn. But one of the things I've learned is that one of the best ways to become a success, I'm just standing there getting hit by groom traps. One of the best ways to become a successful chef in short order is to where was I going with that? One of the best ways to become a successful chef is to go work at a resort on an island for 5 years, and then you can pretty much do whatever you want. Oh yeah, and it's less about the glamour and more about the fact that it can be kind of tough to make a living even once you've established yourself as a chef. So my wife was also classically trained. We actually met in culinary school, and she was way more successful than I ever was, but she was like 5 years into her career and making like 50 cents above minimum wage, and she was in every case the most competent person in any kitchen she was ever in. Which is why she's now in upper management in healthcare. But yeah, she just got to a point where she was so burnt out. And like I said, I'm not trying to be disparaging here. It is good work, and it will pay the bills forever. But there's a lot of luck involved with getting into a good position, a good situation. And yeah, that sucks. Culinary school isn't exactly something that you can do online, unfortunately. But it's also one of those things that you don't necessarily need like a formal education in, you know what I mean? It's one of those things where you can pick up books about skills and everything like that, and you can develop yourself just on your own at home. Something else you could do to establish yourself in the short term outside of doing what you're doing right now, which is actually working in the industry, find catering companies. Find catering companies, work for them. You should be able to, and in that case, it's a lot more about making connections, because when you work in catering, you deal with a lot more people than you would just being in the back of like a B-dubs or something like that. Now, I'm not saying turn down good work, especially considering where the world is right now, but catering companies are always looking for people, my dude. And the work tends to be, even now, catering companies are looking for people. And the work tends to be less consistent, right? Because you're not, going into a place that's open every day. But the money per gig tends to be better. If I were to do it again, I probably would stay out of restaurants entirely and probably go straight into catering. Shit, a level. We haven't gotten one of those in a long ass time. Let's see, 14 to 15. Level that up. Alright, 17 to 18. Alright, that's alright. Oh yeah, and that's the goal for a lot of people, right? And it's a very achievable goal. But it's one of those things where you need to know what you're doing, you need a bit of a reputation, etc., in order to really be successful. Fuck. Keep stepping in traps. In order to be successful, but more than anything, I don't want to say you need a business degree, but you need to understand how to run the business so that you don't go under in the first 5 years, because 90% of... Shouldn't have run through that door. Like 90%, actually I think it's higher than that, of small businesses like restaurants or whatever go under in the first 5 years just because they don't know how to run a business. And it doesn't matter how good your food is or how popular you are if you don't know how to, spend or purchase or manage business relationships. It can be tough. Oh yeah. Honestly, corporate isn't bad depending on where you're working. Working in hotels and resorts are pretty comfortable places to do culinary. I know plenty of people who, landed a job with a Marriott somewhere, and that's what they're gonna do for, 50 years of their life, because they can just be like, hey Marriott, can I go over here now? Can I go over here now? Can I go over here now? You know what I mean? Which is very helpful for them, because, Okay, I need to watch my health here. When you're young, it's like, fuck yeah, I'll go work in the islands. What I would say, if I were to give any advice on this, and I feel like I have a little bit of capability to give some decent advice here, which, granted, I've been doing it this entire time without asking if you wanted it, so I guess I'll just continue that. But the thing about the culinary world is that everybody thinks, oh, well, you know, I want to be in food, or I want to be food related. So the only thing I can be is either chef or like waiter, right? And that is so far from the truth, and that is so far from reality. There are so many little like chef adjacent things that generally provide more stable work and are unfortunately higher paying than the actual work of cooking the food
You have quite a treasure there in that
or
heraldric
managing the
According to heraldric
kitchen.
lore, the cube can restore a heraldric staff. To do it, use the cube as you would a scroll. When the cube opens, place both pieces of the staff into it and use the cube's transmute power.
And what I found is that
To know that the cube
I'm gonna let him
has
talk,
other
then I'm gonna
alchemical
talk.
uses as well. 6 gems plus 1 sword transmute into a socketed longsword. You may also transmute 2 quivers of crossbow bolts into 1 quiver of arrows, while 2 quivers of arrows yield 1 quiver of bolts. I must leave it to you to discover other formulae.
Okay, so basically this heraldric cube that we picked up here identified my items. I'm gonna talk to Farah. I'll let her talk
I
now.
was trained as a paladin of Zakarum in the Eastern Koras Temple many years ago.
Okay, that's it? Cool, that's fine. Okay. This heraldric cube we built, or just got here, is magic. No shit, it's magic. But it allows us to combine things. And that is important. Because you can make better stuff with it. But it goes beyond just making better stuff. You can upgrade certain things. So you can upgrade swords, you can upgrade weapons, armor, so on and so forth. You can combine items into better versions of themselves. So for instance, 3 of these chipped stones, you transmute them together and you get a flawed version. 3 of the flawed, you get a regular. 3 of the regular, you get a better version, and so on and so forth, right? Now back to what I was saying about the other thing. I know a lot of people who got fucking burnt out on cooking. They're like, fuck this, man, I can't do it anymore. And then they just kind of shifted over into the thing that was right next to where they were doing anyways, that they were very interested in, and ended up being very happy. Especially when you're working with larger kitchens, larger businesses, stuff like that. And that's one of the nice things at corporate, is that once you've established yourself in a company, it can be a lot easier for you to lateral move into other positions based on the people you know there and your reputation there. So that would be another reason that I might suggest going with something corporate. But when you do it all for yourself, when you're running your own kitchen, paying your own bills, etc., so on and so forth, you kind of have to do everything anyways, and that can have its own, that can lead to its own happiness or despair, depending on what you want to do. Some people just want to do, one thing, man. And some people want to do everything. There we go. So that has cleared up this little inventory screen here considerably. I don't know how relevant it's going to be for me to keep holding on to all of these gems and everything here, but well, the nice thing about existence is that there's so much you can do, right? So don't just take my word for it, right? I'm a very pragmatic person. So I'm sitting there, hi, multi-backing. I'm a very pragmatic person, so when it comes to where I want to go with my life, I really started thinking more about like, okay, well, what is something that I can do that I can enjoy that'll also give me the most utility, right? But that's not necessarily for everybody.
How do I know I can trust you? You may be as shifty as that pack rat Elsix who runs the inn. But if you need a potion, though,
It's definitely about life experience, you know, learning what you want to do through experience, right? So, you know, you might take an accounting class and be like, oh, I really like this. Maybe I want to be an accountant.
I've heard
Something like that, you know.
Andariel back to the burning hells. I'm impressed, stranger.
But then you get an internship and you go out and do some real accounting work, and you're like, oh, no, I don't want to do this. You know what I mean?
Over my inventory of items for trade.
That's the thing about life, is that, you know, people's life experiences and then people's work experience and people's experiences through work.
I don't expect this of you.
Let's
but
let
if you
Atma
want
talk.
to help me, I will be grateful. In the sewers below our city, there is a horrid creature that hungers for human flesh. The creature has killed many, including my son and my husband.
So this is quest 1.
If you destroy it, I will reward you. Please, be careful, though. That beast has taken enough from us already. The sewer entrance is through the trapdoor, just up the street.
There we go. Okay, so there's step 1. Now, if I had actually gone to trade with anybody, you would have seen that the trade prices, they're ridiculous. They're charging like 10 times what they should. The end of this quest, they lower their prices because you help somebody out, basically. Radaman's Lair. Find Radaman's Lair in the Loot Ghislaine sewers. Quest 2, the Heradric Staff. Search the Halls of the Dead under the Dry Hills for the cube. We have the cube. Search the Maggot's Lair under the Far Oasis for the shaft. Search the Claw Viper Temple for the headpiece. So yeah, when it comes to work and you know, professional life and all that stuff like that, where the fuck am I going? I mean, I know where I should be going. It's not over here where it usually is. Just find what you like to do and do it. And though you may have to take, you know, a job or something like that for pure utilitarian purposes, right? Like, hey, I need to pay the bills. It doesn't mean that you can... you're only ever as stuck in a position as you allow yourself to be. And if you keep, you know, working to pursue what you think you want to do and then find out you don't want to do that, there is nothing wrong with changing, you know? Holy shit, that is an intimidating firing squad down there. Computer stuff is fine. It's just puzzles, man. It's just doing puzzles in your brain forever. But then also managing that. So I have a bachelor's degree in computer information systems, right? And it's a weird degree because it's like this weird bastard son. It's like this weird hybrid of business administration and computer science. I don't want to, I mean, pretty much everything computer adjacent requires some level or understanding of code, right? But I'm not a programmer. I don't want to be, you know, a software engineer, right? I will never be happy in a job where I have to sit down and build software. Screw that. However, I do very much like using computers and coding and available computer tools and stuff like that to build and manage and leverage data and data structures, right? So I really enjoy that. So, you know, there are a lot of people with my degree that are like, they're just going to go into database administration and that's all they're going to do, right? Or there are people who are getting the degree so that they can get a little bit more business understanding beyond just like, oh, I go program the app now, you know? Damn, these motherfuckers hit hard. But getting into enabling analytics for people is what really interested me. And then I just kind of fell into IT management just because I was the most adjacent person to the position to be put in the position, and that's fine. I'll manage the big IT budget and get the big office and all that stuff. But my where I was trying to go with that was my background wasn't in that. I started in culinary. I got a culinary degree and worked in the culinary world for several years. Then I joined the military, and I actually worked on air traffic control radar systems as a physical equipment maintainer, right? And then I got out of the military, and the FAA was like, hey, you know, we'll give you a job, you know, doing this same thing. But I fucking hated that work. I didn't want to do it. Yeah, I was Marine Corps. But yeah, I fucking hated that shit. I'm like, you know, I never want to do this. I want to do something completely different. So I went into information systems, and then, you know, spent a good 5 years doing whatever in the military, or not in the military, in college, and that was great. And so this is like career path 3 for me. The fuck does that mean, that guy? And what's wrong with my glasses? These are Emporio Armani glasses. These are not cheap ass military glasses. These are good glasses. Talking shit about my glasses. Some bitch. Are we about to fight? Are we about to chat fight? Talking shit about my glasses. We never talk about chat fight. Good times. This is fun. Streaming was a good idea this morning. I mean, sleeping until 5 would have been a good idea. Oh shit, it's 5:30. I'm gonna have to finish up here soon. That's good. We got 3 YouTube videos worth out of this mess. It's good. Here. We will go till the end of this. Whoops, that's what I wanted. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. We will go till the end of this quest. Yeah, dealing with the skeleton army is kind of a pain in the ass. There are times where you have to drag them through a room, like dragging a fart through an office building. Oh, come on. There is kind of a question of intelligence when it comes to members of the military, most specifically, you know, the Marine Corps. It's like, haha, we eat cran. Cran tastes good. I like red cran. And for the most part, I would say that fucking stereotype holds. It's kind of ridiculous. That's fair. I was a very different person back when I was in. For sure. It was a okay time in my life. There's a lot of stress, as you could imagine, but led to a bunch of cool things. So, like, one of the cool things I got to do after I got out was, you know, my job was in high demand in terms of, like, hey, we need people with your skill set to go do things. So I got to go work. I got to go work in Antarctica, of all places. That was fun. That was a good time. Got to maintain weather equipment at the South Pole. Hang out on a volcano. Ow, leg pain. After Metal Gear Solid on YouTube, I've got, and yeah, I know it's coming out weekly, so apologies for that, but after Metal Gear Solid, I've got some episodes of StarCraft going up, and then I'm going to start releasing this Diablo 2 hardcore run here. And those will probably come out kind of interspersed. I gotta find the original VODs of the first time I did this, though. I saw you freak out, multi-backing, in the chat the other day at the idea of me playing Diablo 2, and I'm like, bro, I've done that. And then I'm like, oh, did I not release it yet? Oh shit. Oh, Duriel? Yeah, Duriel is the wall, and Duriel is... I don't want to say probably where this run's gonna die, but I am very worried and gearing my character towards being able to deal with Duriel. Duriel is rough because he hits like a truck, but he also hits for cold damage, and he does AoE, which is like the absolute worst thing a build like this could deal with, right? Like, it is literally, there is no answer. It really has no answer, so the best thing I can do is just defense up as best as possible to not have to, and hope that my skeletons can avoid getting fucking wrecked by that guy and hit him hard enough to... That's a dead cow. This is a sacrificial circle. Oh god. Or rather a sacrificial square, I guess. Oh, back pain. 3 months it took you? What were you doing, multi-backing? He's tough, but he's not that tough. You can brute force him with like a couple extra levels of grinding. Scroll of town portal. Another goddamn dead end. Let's see. Streaming's a fun hobby. Shit. Did I fuck that up? No, I didn't. Okay, cool. Let's keep going. Oh! Right next to the door. Literally turn left, and there you go. There's the boss. Quest log, kill Radamant. There's Radamant. Looks like a big sexy mummy boy. Oh, we killed him. Cool. Bunch of dead people he killed. Book of Skill. Right-click to learn skill of your choice. Go. Brand of stock, nothing I need.
What a waste of undead flesh.
Heraldic shield. Not much else in here worth grabbing. Even out of the chest, not much else worth grabbing. Except this gold. Gold is alright. Always use gold. If it is... Yep. Alright. Skill of my choice. Oh, I gotta stretch. Oh, shit. There we go. You had no way out of grinding multi-backing? I don't think I quite understand. Here we go. 3 skeleton mages. What damage do they do? I think they do elemental damage, so it's not like damage that you can boost. But I now got 3 of these boys. The fuck? Is there no... Am I smoking crack? I think I'm smoking crack. Skills. No, that is set to F4. Okay. Well, anyways. Let's go back to town. So we can trade this in and call it for the morning, eh?
Hello.
They say that the taste of vengeance is bittersweet, but I find
One done.
it to my liking.
In addition
Overgrinded
to
the
my
second
undying
world.
gratitude, I have spoken on your behalf with the rest of the townspeople.
Oh, that
The
sucks.
merchants have agreed to show their gratitude.
Let me show you
by
a trick.
offering their wares
You
and
may know this
services at
already,
lower
but
rates. Oh,
you can
Gary
actually
wants to see
increase
you
the
too.
difficulty level in an area
You'll
when
find
you're
him in
playing
private
on single
paths.
player. By basically setting the amount of players that are in the world like you're in a multiplayer game. So if you type, here, let's get out of here. You hit the enter key to type, you know, like blah, blah, blah. You can type /players 8. And you can set the game world to match the difficulty as though there were 8 players in the game, and that increases the amount of experience that you can gain by a lot, but it makes the enemies more difficult, so there's a trade-off there, right? So like I'll set it back down there, and then you can go between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Oh, goddamn. Feels good. Yeah. You can't do it while you're online. It's a single player only thing. So if you're playing online, that's actually then dictated by the amount of people that join. But if you're in single player, you don't have that option, right? There's nobody that's going to join your game, so the game allows you to set it. So it's not even really like a cheat or anything like that. Well, on that note, that's going to do it for me today. So thanks to everybody who came.